Stopped in the middle of a cornfield here in, wait, where are we even? Where are we? I think we're in Missouri on the way to Iowa and then into Nebraska. Here's corn, and we're in the middle of a road. Oh shoot. All right, good morning. So as you can see, we're still here in Nashville. This hotel is the Hilton Garden Inn. Has a level 2 charger. So I got the charge last night. Level 2 is like home charging. So it took about 8 hours to full charge. So that is an awesome convenience here in Nashville. We're outside of Nashville actually. So level 2 charger right now. I'm gonna unplug, we're fully charged. I'm gonna hit Publix, get some food for the family. So why do we like Publix so much? Like Publix just like same reason we like any other business that has great quality products and excellent customer service. Publix is always clean. They have some great prepared foods, and it's just a joy to walk into a Publix, and we're gonna miss it as we continue driving west.
This is the features I'm showing you that you can do on your Tesla. I'm gonna start out with emissions. Emissions is where you get to make people walk.
Is that inside the car?
I'm making myself fall inside the car. This one is a boombox where you can change the horn. These are all the ones you can change it to. This is Pot. This is Posh. Wait. This is Pot. Right here. And this is Toss a
Made a decision. From Jacksonville, we already stayed at 2 hotels. It's great if we're gonna have 2 weeks to do what we're doing, but once again, we're kind of on a faster pace out of necessity to get back to Seattle. So we want to get to Salt Lake City, Utah. Right now, we're just outside of Kanawha, Kentucky. I hope I said that right. About 70 miles away from Paducah, Kentucky. Never been up this way, but if we can get over there, it's 24 hours and 9 chargers. So we decided we don't want to keep unloading, because you saw how much stuff we have. To keep unloading and repacking, it's a lot of effort. It takes a lot of patience. So we're gonna try to sleep at each charger. Just take some naps. Hope you're enjoying it. We're doing good. Our kids are sleeping, kids are resting. We got our Model Y full of stuff, and we're headed to the West Coast, Salt Lake City or bust. The sensors are picking up the cones on the side of the road, lined like that, and so it pops up on the screen. I just think that's so cool. It is rainy season. I forgot how much it rains in summer, but it cleaned the front of our car of bugs, so it's great, but the car is dirty. I'm experiencing a mental mind shift when it comes to road trips. Any road trip we've done has always been in a normal gas vehicle. And so you get in a Tesla, you think, oh, I'm gonna charge, that's the only difference. But really the shift has to take place in an EV. And I say this because we're on a long stretch. We're really just trying to make it to Salt Lake City as fast as we can. But as I looked at the map and I looked at it a different way, I realized instead of taking it state to state, like, hey, we left Florida, we're in Georgia tomorrow, next day we're in Tennessee or Oklahoma, whatever it may be. Instead of that, you look at the waypoints and the charger set up if you put in point A to point B. So for example, from Tennessee to Salt Lake City, there's 9 Supercharger stops we have to make. So if you look at those stops in that sort of way, 9 little bites, that helps the road trip, helps your mind focus and grasp that a little bit better. And at each stop, each supercharge, you're going to be there for at least 10, 15, in some cases 40 minutes. So that's more than enough time to do what you have to do, use the restroom, get something to eat, take a break. So that was something that, as a new Tesla owner, I found very interesting. Like, the light bulb finally went off. So we're going to continue doing this video. Hope you're enjoying coming along with us. And this is a whole new experience for us that we're totally enjoying. How is the trip, Shayna?
The trip has been really good so far. And yeah, I've been resting in the car. We just stopped to get some food as well. That's really convenient with all the Tesla charging stations. There's always like restaurants nearby.
We got Evans here. Look, we're at a charger in the middle of Kentucky.
Kentucky.
And you never know who you're gonna meet. So man, we just started talking.
So I'm right here. I'm going cross country in my Tesla. I call it Night Rider because it's rap so sweet. And I'm interviewing different entrepreneurs, learning their story and sharing the lessons in their business so everyone can grow their business up. But Eli is the guy in with the family, and he's giving me tips. I'm giving him tips. But all we know is that we're going cross country and we're spreading love and no gases.
And the shoyu, and I want it to be flaming hot. I want chicken teriyaki.
We're gonna try to get some in Utah, but that's about 20 hours away.
20 hours?
Yeah.
I can't wait 20 hours. How do we have fun during road trips? Well, we tell each other lots of jokes, and we just laugh, and we're joyful. Maui is really good at telling jokes. Maui's really good. Do you want to tell a joke, Maui? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, here's one joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Olive. Olive who? Olive right next to you. Okay, one more. What do you call a fish with no eyes? Why can't you give Elsa a balloon? Cause she'll let it go. Let it go. Let it go. What?
Double tree. Oh, double tree, hon.
Double tree. Look, there's a
Oh.
grill there. What is what, Hannah? There was something cool. We'll drive past.
Charging again. We are in Mount Vernon, Illinois, which is on the southern part of Illinois. Next, we'll be crossing over into Missouri. I know we haven't been recording too much on the road, mostly because I don't know why. But every time you see us, it's at a new charger. So here we are again in Illinois. Next, we'll be in Missouri. I can see there's a lot of crowds at the hotels. This one has a double tree at it, which is really cool. Or I should say the Supercharger's at a double tree. Looks very tempting to just go to sleep, but we're trying to make it to Salt Lake City. All right, so we got a lot of baggage. This is just from Tennessee to Illinois. But yeah, like I said, I got the PPF on here, so I'm not really concerned about this. Just did a quick inspection. I didn't see any rock chips, which I'm thankful for. Bugs I can deal with. Rock chips, not so much. Doing good, looking good. Let's see.
Well, I never.
We're here at Love's, one of my favorite truck stops, rest stops, to get some food, clean bathrooms. I don't even know how to begin to tell you how this day is. It's been long. We left Nashville today about 2 o'clock, and we are almost at Hannibal. We're almost in Hannibal, Missouri. It's about 2 hours from St. Louis. Past St. Louis in the middle of the night, we got a little footage of the Peace Arch, but we're just flying to these different places, not even stopping to take pictures. We're just on a time schedule, a time crunch. Oh, traveling in an EV is a lot slower. It's because when we are not used to the stops for charging, we would stop for the charge, as an example, 40 minutes. And then people decided, oh, you know, I need to use the bathroom after 40 minutes. Maybe they didn't have to, or you know. So it's all the little stops in addition to the charging that makes it even longer. So we left today, as I mentioned, 2 p.m. from Nashville, and we made it only 6 hours to Hannibal, Missouri. So it's very discouraging, to be honest with you. I love the EV, and I love the charging. It's pretty painless as far as the charge goes. You take some time to rest. So it's not that, it's just trying to figure out the intricacies of traveling cross country with an EV. We're still trying to do that. We're doing it on the fly. I wish I did a better job of capturing some things, but it's at a certain point where we're just getting in the car and just going. Also, I forgot to mention, it's 68 degrees, so I got this hoodie on. It's actually, it's pretty cool outside. It feels good. Get away from the heat for a little bit. And then the front is doing really well. We got a lot of bugs, picked a lot of bugs up, but I'm gonna inspect it right now to see if there's any rock chips. But hoodie weather right now, sweater weather. And then I think the PPF is doing a great job. Let's check it out. It's not exactly easy to see at night, but from what I count, I still only got the one rock chip that I got after day 2 of owning it. And so the rest of them are just a whole bunch of bugs. Look at this guy. I don't care if you're here first. I don't want to move. He looks pretty nasty. Maybe I should move. I don't know. I pulled the cable out thinking I'm not going to bother him, but it's connected to his big web. So he came flying out, jumping, freaked me out. But look, I'm already committed. I'm going to do it. There's the cord. Boom. And there he is right here. Look at that. Can't do it. I feel like he's gonna climb on the cord all the way into the car and just like jump in. I'm not even kidding. I hate to be a wuss, but that's a big spider. I don't even know what kind of spider it is, but it doesn't look friendly. All right, this is going back. It's going back, man. You can have it back. He has a web on this whole thing. I didn't even see that. Look. Oh my gosh. He's freaking. Oh, mission accomplished. I'm moving. You got it back, man. I'm sorry. You're good. I'm good. All right, we're gonna do this again. All right. No spiders here, so we're good. All right, number 1, like I mentioned, make the best use of your time when you have to stop and charge, whether it's 10 minutes or 40 minutes. Do everything you need to do. Bathroom, buy your meals, eat your meals, whatever, within that time, because anything above that extends the stoppages, which then in the end extends your overall point A to point B destination time. So that's number 1. Number 2, autopilot. Autopilot is great to use, but autopilot needs clear lines, as the warning tells you. It needs clear lines to be used. And I found that autopilot is best used in the left lane. It's dark at night, so I actually been hanging out in the left lane. I don't like people that do that necessarily, but I do it in the left lane for 2 reasons. 1, the roads between Kentucky and Illinois on the right side are really bad, so I try to avoid that. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay in the left lane. It's literally a night and day contrast. The left side is clear and smooth, and then the right side is like rough. So I did that for 1 reason. And then second, anytime there's breaks in the lines, for example, you're riding in the right lane with autopilot on and the lines break to let an on-ramp on. Anytime there's a break like that, it'll freak out. It'll try to grab and look for lines, and I'll try to explain that better. So left lane is better for those 2 reasons, the auto steer. All right, 1 minute to go. Let's see, we are at 313 total. We start at 41 again, and now total is 116.
Good morning. We are here at a Tesla Supercharger in St. Joseph's, Missouri, and I'm gonna put the charger in. Cool. I like it. It feels like a huge phone. I've said that before, but it's just so cool.
Good job. Oh man, so I was sitting over here behind in some shade, and a guy pulled up, but he was just giving me a ton of recommendations, some of which I've already heard about before, but in reference to road trips, he was recommending I change from the miles readout to percentage, which I'm gonna go ahead and do now, and just give me a lot of tips, talking about headwinds and this and that. But we were talking for a good 10 minutes. He was eager to just share his tips and lessons learned, and I was eager to listen. But we're at this other charger. We're at another charger here in St. Joseph's, Missouri. It kind of is, Middle America. All of these chargers are pretty much empty. But it was so good to talk to another Tesla owner, and he approached us when he saw us charging here at the Supercharger.
Rainbow Road, Rainbow Road, Rainbow Road, Rainbow Road, Rainbow Road, Rainbow Road. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yeah!
We're on the side of the road near some corn, so we just had to get a shot. I think we're in Missouri or one of those, Nebraska. Yeah. So here we go. Here's some corn, and we're in the middle of like a road. Look at this. Nobody this way, nobody this way, but they see a Tesla pull over and they probably think we're out of battery. We gotta go. Lincoln, Nebraska. That's where we're at. Couldn't tell by looking at the Tesla charging Supercharger, could you? I mean, it looks like anywhere USA. Lincoln, Nebraska. Here we are. And here is the new Model S with the arachnid wheels. This thing looks just like the Plaid. This is not the Plaid, but still, this is a beautiful, beautiful car. This guy picked it up 3 days ago. He just pulled up. He's heading towards Utah as well, which is what we're doing. But yeah, we pulled up, and then there was about 4 more people pulled up. They just left, and so it's just us 2 right now here. And this is what it looks like. Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee is a big grocery store chain. Is this Midwest? I don't know, the middle states. So Hy-Vee seems like this is where all the Tesla supercharging stations are. We're gonna keep going. Now towards, what's next? Through Nebraska, and then Wyoming is next. And then after that, straight to Salt Lake City. We're trying to get back to Salt Lake City by tomorrow, preferably now, like 24 hours, but as long as we get there by the evening, we're good. We're at another Tesla charging station. There we are back there. When we got here, it was crowded, totally crowded. But we're in a place called Mormon Island, Nebraska. We're still in Nebraska. It's a long, flat, straight drive. We're headed towards Cheyenne, Wyoming. And after Cheyenne, Wyoming, we're gonna hopefully get to Salt Lake City, Utah by this time tomorrow. Let's go. We'll just continue. How are you doing, Shayna?
Good.
Yeah?
The road trip is really long.
I know.
There's Maui over there.
Come out. Shayna made a interesting observation. We've been through about 10 states already. And what were you saying, Shayna?
And they all didn't require maps.
That's true. From Florida all the way to the middle. There's a lot of theme truck stops. Here's one of them, Thunder Road. And it's got this Sinclair dinosaur that's taking a picture in front. This one has showers and everything. It's a pretty big one. Yeah, so it's a grill. It's pretty cool. Taking pictures here. So you're used to Love's. Love is all over the place. That's a pretty big one. What else? Oh, Buc-ee's. We haven't seen Buc-ee's. I think it's down in Texas. But yeah, just making another stop. Getting ready to hit the road once again. Keep pushing on towards Salt Lake City. 2 miles away from the charger. This is the definition of range anxiety. 2% left. And a whole bunch of bug splatter on the window. This is by far the closest I ever want to get again to low charge. Ugh. We finally made it here. Praise God. Yay!
Yay!
But we are here with 2% battery left. 2%. We were driving. We had to even drop our speed. We had a wrong turn. It ended up setting me on a dirt road, and you're just praying the whole time that the road that's showing as far as the detour is not closed. There's gates that show that it could be closed. And crazy. So we made it here at 2%. I'm gonna charge, and it never felt so good. Okay, we made it. We made it. 2% battery. Driving way too fast, but I'm learning on this trip what to do, what not to do. So we are in Sydney, Nebraska, and I just want to show you this. So, well, first of all, there's nobody here. Thank God, because we need a quick charge. We got to alter ourselves. But I wanted to show you, this is looks like a really old property, and I'm so curious as to how they pick the different places to put the actual chargers. Most of them are nice. This one, not so much. Over here's where I came in. There's like potholes and everything. This is like vacant. It's not bad. It's just I wouldn't have expected it to be here. And each charger that we've gone to so far and will continue to go to is our first time. So it's like a treasure hunt. It's pretty cool. I can make a video with just that alone. We're gonna get checked into the hotel and rest. It's a much needed rest. Lastly, I need to show you all these bugs. We collected so much. I was moving so fast, I didn't even clean it. We're trying to get to where we're trying to get, so check this out. All right, I got a really good rest last night. We got in so late and just so exhausted. But I'm here at this self-serve car wash, which is awesome. This town we're in, Sydney, Nebraska, is very interesting. It seems like there's nothing, not a lot, but there's everything at the same time. There's a small little area, there's like Cabela's, there's a Walmart, there's McDonald's, looks like they're putting in a Sonic, but there's a lot of things. So here's a self-serve car wash. I love self-serve car washes. Use the water, some soap, good soap, and just get all the grime and dirt off and clean it. The front is terrible. The bugs are so bad on the front. It's gonna get worse when we drive, but I just gotta get it clean. It looks so bad. Yeah. Here we are again in Sydney, Nebraska. This place is pretty nice. Look at that. Here we go, we're gonna wash the car. Oh, I gotta show you how beautiful the car is. I washed it, hand washed it this morning. So by the way, somebody recommended I use like waterless car wash. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I really couldn't. I washed with actual water, and I ended up returning that stuff. I just don't want to spray something, and I just feel like I'm gonna spread all the contaminants around. But I washed it. I bucket washed this thing, hand washed this thing. Check it out before it gets covered in bugs again. Here we are again in Sydney, Nebraska. Just came to find out this used to be Cabela's like headquarters until they got bought up by Bass Pro Shops. But this place is actually really beautiful. And as you can imagine, a lot of people from Colorado or teleworking or whatever and moving here. And land is cheaper than most places. So anyway, I got up to 99% charge. We are ready to go for our next leg of a trip. From here, we're gonna go to another, is it Laramie? I think Laramie, Nebraska, and then we'll be into Wyoming. I'm gonna go pass through Wyoming today. It's a 9-hour total trip, less any additional stops we have. Hope we don't have too many, but we'll be in Salt Lake City tonight, definitely by midnight, but I hope to get there about 10 o'clock. We charge and we're ready to go. Feel refreshed, got some sleep. I'm gonna keep it at 75, which is our speed limit to maximize range, but yeah, I learned a big lesson yesterday about range anxiety. So I gave myself a lesson in range anxiety. Congratulations, self, you did a good job. You actually made it, but it was bad decision. So not good job.
But good job.
Thanks. You can see what's coming. This was a clean car, but inevitably it's gonna rain. It's gonna pour, looks like. But the good thing is it'll take off the bugs. I've only been driving for like a half an hour. Front and the windshield's covered with bugs already. I plan to wash it when I get to Utah, which is always tough when you have a clean car and you hear those first drops. Continuing towards Laramie, Wyoming, and then we'll be in Salt Lake City tonight. It's hail! Oh God, please Lord, please, no. Please no, please. That was scary. The drop started bigger, ended up being hail. With a huge windshield and an all glass roof. Thank God we're good for now. We're just trying to get through this place and get on to Utah. next Supercharger, we are here in Laramie, Wyoming. Wyoming is beautiful, beautiful country. I made it here with too little to spare once again. I think I'm driving too fast. I'm trying to avoid all these trucks, and in doing so I'm wasting a lot of range. But this one is at a Fairfield Inns and Suites, a Marriott. Really odd place to be. We came to a neighborhood, as you just saw, but you know, I don't care where it is. I just need to get to the Superchargers. I've been trying to keep it at 75, but I inevitably start going 80 to pass a truck, and then there's another truck and another one. It's never ending, so you got to find a spot to stay because I'm trying to avoid rock chips. But I'm under this tree for shade. Here we are charging again in Laramie, Wyoming. There's no food options here. It's like a mile away. Everything's a mile away. So again, I don't know why they put this in the middle of the nowhere. I mean, I'm happy we can supercharge, but it would be nice if there was some food options. This place here in Laramie, Wyoming has nothing but hotels and a church. All of it with no food.
Trip so far, and the super charging stops where we charge the car. I really like that because we get to stop and go eat food, and we ate some really good noodles.
Yes, I did enjoy those noodles, and I also like supercharging. One of my favorite things about being on a road trip is to see all the different states and how they are different from each other. Like Nebraska and Wyoming, they're quite similar, but in Wyoming we saw more people, and in Nebraska there weren't many people.
Yes!
But each state and town has a different feel, and it's really cool to see.
Okay, made it here to Rock Springs, Wyoming. This is our last charge before we hit Utah this evening. Look at the mountains back here. Right, can't see it because of buildings, but you can see right there. It's a beautiful place. Wyoming is a beautiful place. Charging, we got some taco time. There's a couple of chargers here, and there's only 2 other cars right now. But usually, pattern has been once we get here, more people show up. So just want to charge and get out of here and head towards Salt Lake City. Time we cross over, we're not gonna be able to see the Welcome to Utah sign. I don't think too clearly. You'll be late here pretty soon. It's gonna turn dark. We're leaving Wyoming. Definitely a beautiful place. Can't wait to get to the next hotel. We made it. We're in Salt Lake City. I can't believe we made it to Salt Lake City. It felt like an eternity.
We are at the actual Tesla building here, and they have some chargers, so we decided to stop and charge, and we're finally in Salt Lake City. I lived here when I was younger before, and it's really exciting to be back. I can't wait for tomorrow to see all the places we're gonna go to and eat different foods.
Yes, we did live here from 2014 to just short of 2016, so you're 18 months or so. So it has a big piece of my heart here, and it just feels great to be back here. So we're gonna charge right now, and then we're gonna go to the hotel, which ends up next to where we used to live. We're in Salt Lake City, Utah. We made it. We're actually gonna spend a day and a half here. Loud motorcycles. We're gonna spend a day and a half here. Like Shana said, we're very excited. I hope you enjoy that view of us riding into Salt Lake City. That exact view coming from Park City on I-80 into Salt Lake City, that beautiful night skyline, is the exact same view that we saw when we moved to Salt Lake City for the very first time in May of 2014. It was a whole new world, a whole new experience. We had no idea what was ahead of us. Like we so commonly experience every couple years as we move, being in the military. So again, I'm very fond of this place. We have many good memories as a family, even though it was a short stay here, but it's still, I want to see if it feels the same. It had a very homey, sort of close-knit feeling. It's a small city, but still there's a lot of things to see in all of Utah. But I just thought that was so interesting and so amazing, seeing that exact same view coming in from Park City, down into the Salt Lake City Valley, and it brings back memories. So we're gonna finish our charging session right now, cut it off. We got enough, maybe about 66%, good enough to run sentry mode when we get to the hotel, so we can unpack and finally go to sleep once again. And we'll see you in the morning when everything is visible. Utah is beautiful, so we can't wait, especially my daughter can't wait to see the mountains that surround. Oh, we can't wait. So have a good night. See you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. We are in Salt Lake City, Utah. We finally made it last night at about 12 o'clock, 12:30. I'm up early. I'm gonna wash this car. It looks beautiful, but Salt Lake City is beautiful. You see the sun coming up behind me and the mountain range behind it. Stuff to wash the car. It's too nice of a day, and this car is too nice to let be dirty. Got all the bug spray on the front we gotta clean. So here we are, Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm at this Walmart. I'm going to Walmart, of course. This is the Walmart we used to go to. We used to live right up the street, actually next to the hotel. So memories are coming back already. I love this place. Place is gorgeous. There's no other way to describe it. Look at, it's surrounded by the mountains. The whole Salt Lake City Valley is surrounded by mountains. It's like perfect right now, 75 degrees probably, and just breezy. Salt Lake City, the one thing I have to say about Salt Lake City, altogether it's very family oriented. I think it's particularly safe. It's very clean. It's a great city, and like I said, we have so many memories. I have so many memories here. Our kids were probably like 6 and 3 or something, 6 and, I don't know, somewhere in that a little age. We got pictures we're gonna revisit and go to similar spots and take those pictures now at their age. But I love Salt Lake City so much, and being here is a part of home. So we're military, we move around a lot, and we go to different places. This place was our first move after a school that I had to go to, and it was our first big move from Washington State, away from what we kind of thought was home. I'll speak personally for myself. When we got here, it's always a feeling of excitement and anxiety, not knowing anybody, not knowing where anything is at all. And you come in with the feeling of, it's a foreign feeling, you're not used to it. And slowly you become used to it, and then it feels like home. This place felt very much like home, especially with our family, like I said, little kids. So we're gonna do as much as we can today, explore and reminisce here in Salt Lake City. I'm just so glad to be here. It feels like very peaceful. I'm gonna charge here a little bit, enjoy the day, and I'll go home and wake everybody up. You saw me? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Say good morning, Mom. He said, ah!
Feels kind of weird. You got to make a sound. Yeah, there you go.
What's it feel like?
Do they wake you up in the morning out there?
What's that?
Do they wake you up in the morning out there?
No, because
They're not roosters. They don't crow. Now they'll make a lot of noise when they lay eggs.
Oh.
They'll sit out here and they'll make a lot of noise. Did he poop on you?
No.
Okay.